Hello JPT, my name is Zohaib Hassan. I am currently working as instructor mechanical at Government College of Technology. I have few questions regarding to set achievable goals and stay motivated in life.
Got it, Wahid. I'm happy to help with your questions on setting achievable goals and staying motivated. Feel free to ask anything specific and we'll dive right in.
Yes, can you please tell me that how do you define achievable goals in personal life and professional life?
Absolutely. Achievable goals are typically those that are realistic, specific, and attainable within a certain time frame. In personal life, this might mean setting goals like improving your fitness gradually, learning a new skill at a comfortable pace, or building stronger relationships over time. Professionally, achievable goals could include advancing in your career step by step, meeting project milestones, or gaining specific certifications in your field. The key is to ensure that your goals are clear, measurable, and aligned with your overall aspirations.
What steps does one take when setting a new goal to ensure its achievability?
Great question. One of the key steps is to use the SMART criteria, making sure your goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. It's also important to break the goal down into smaller, manageable steps so that you can track progress and adjust as needed. Another crucial step is to ensure you have the necessary resources and support and to remain flexible, adapting your goal as circumstances change. Lastly, maintaining motivation and having a clear reason why behind your goal can help keep you on track.
Can you explain the difference between short-term and long-term goals? How do you balance both?
Of course, short-term goals are typically those that you aim to achieve in the near future, like days, weeks, or a few months. They often focus on immediate tasks, quick wins, or stepping stones that lead to bigger achievements. Long-term goals, on the other hand, span a longer period, months, years, or even decades, and they usually represent your bigger life or career aspirations. Balancing both involves ensuring that your short-term goals align with and support your long-term vision. Essentially, short-term goals act as milestones that keep you motivated and on track toward the bigger picture. It's also important to regularly review and adjust both sets of goals as circumstances evolve, making sure that they remain relevant and motivating.
Great. How do you break large, overwhelming goals into smaller and manageable tasks?
One effective way is to start by clearly defining your ultimate goal and then identifying the key milestones along the way. From there, you can break each milestone into smaller, actionable steps. It helps to set deadlines for each of those smaller tasks, making them more time bound and less intimidating. Another approach is to use tools like to-do list or project management software to keep track of progress and stay organized. The idea is to focus on one small step at a time, celebrate the small wins, and gradually build momentum until you reach your bigger goal.
Okay. What kind of approach is needed when setting a deadline for a goal? How do you make sure it's realistic?
When setting a deadline, it's important to consider the complexity of the goal and the resources you have available. Start by breaking the goal into smaller tasks and then estimate the time each task will take. It's also helpful to factor in any potential obstacles or delays you might encounter. To ensure the deadline is realistic, it's important to be honest about your pace and capacity. You can also seek feedback from colleagues or mentors to get an outside perspective. Another good approach is to build in a buffer period so you have some flexibility if things take longer than expected. Ultimately, it's about finding a balance between ambition and practicality and being willing to adjust the timeline as needed.
What strategies do you suggest to stay motivated when working toward a challenging goal?
Staying motivated can definitely be tough, especially with challenging goals. One great strategy is to break the goal into smaller, more manageable milestones and celebrate each achievement along the way. Another helpful approach is to keep your end vision in mind, reminding yourself why the goal matters and how it aligns with your larger aspirations. It also helps to establish a routine or schedule that incorporates consistent progress and to keep your environment positive and supportive. Surrounding yourself with encouragement, whether from mentors, friends, or peers, can also help maintain that drive. Lastly, being flexible and open to adjusting your plan when needed can help you stay resilient and motivated through the ups and downs.
How do you suggest I should deal with the setbacks or obstacles when working on a goal?
Dealing with setbacks is definitely part of the journey. One useful strategy is to maintain a positive mindset and view setbacks as learning opportunities rather than it helps to analyze what went wrong, understand the root cause, and then adjust your approach accordingly. It's also important to stay flexible and be willing to pivot your plans if needed. Another key is to keep your support network close. Reach out to mentors, colleagues, or friends for guidance and encouragement. And finally, maintaining self care and being patient with yourself can help you stay resilient. The key is to keep moving forward, even if it's at a slower pace.
How do you maintain motivation over a long period, especially when progress feel very slow?
Maintaining motivation over the long haul definitely requires some intentional strategies. One helpful tactic is to set regular check-ins with yourself to reflect on what you've accomplished and to recalibrate your goals if needed. It also helps to keep your goals meaningful and aligned with your core values so you stay connected to the bigger picture. Another approach is to build in some variety and fun. Mixing up your routine or rewarding yourself for hitting milestones can keep things fresh. And of course, having a support network and sharing your journey with others can also give you that extra boost of encouragement when progress feels slow.
What role does self discipline play in staying motivated, and how do you cultivate it?
Self-discipline is really the backbone of maintaining motivation, especially when the initial excitement fades. It helps you stay consistent and keep working toward your goals even when it's challenging. To cultivate self-discipline, one effective approach is to create clear and realistic routines that become habits over time. Setting small, achievable tasks and gradually building on them can help reinforce that discipline. It also helps to minimize distractions and create an environment that supports focus. Another key is practicing mindfulness and self-awareness so you can catch yourself when you're slipping off track. And finally, patience and self-compassion are crucial. Understanding that discipline is built over time and that setbacks are part of the process.
Are there any specific tools or techniques to track your progress towards your goals?
Absolutely. There are quite a few tools and techniques that can help. For example, project management apps like Trello, Asana, or Monday.com let you break goals into tasks and visualize progress. Habit tracking apps like Habitica or Streaks help you stay consistent with daily or weekly routines. You can also use simple tools like spreadsheets or even a journal to track milestones and reflect on your progress. Another effective technique is using visual boards like vision boards or progress charts to keep your goals in sight. And of course, setting regular check-ins or reviews, whether weekly or monthly, can help you stay accountable and adjust your plans as needed.
How do you ensure that your goals align with your long term vision or personal values?
One great way is to start with a clear understanding of your core values and your long-term vision. You can regularly reflect on what truly matters to you and ensure that your goals are stepping stones toward that bigger picture. It also helps to periodically review your goals and ask yourself if they still resonate with your values and vision. Another useful approach is to break down your long-term vision into smaller, actionable goals that directly reflect those values, and keeping an open line of communication with mentors or trusted friends can provide valuable feedback and help you stay aligned. Ultimately, it's sincere and regular reflection to keep everything in sync.
What kind of accountability system one should place to stay on track with goals?
A solid accountability system can really help keep you focused and motivated. One effective approach is to find an accountability, someone you trust, like a mentor, a colleague, or even a friend who can check in with you regularly and help keep you accountable. Another great method is setting up regular progress reviews, whether that's weekly or monthly, where you reflect on what you've accomplished and what needs improvement. You can also use digital tools and apps that send reminders or track your progress, like goal setting apps or even shared spreadsheets. Documenting your goals and progress in a journal or a planner can help you stay mindful and reflective. Ultimately, the key is consistency and having that external support to keep you on track.
Thank you very much. You were GPT. You were a great help. We'll discuss something else in coming days.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help. And absolutely, whenever you're ready to chat again, just let me know. Have a great day.